Okay, testing. What's up? Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining the live stream. Appreciate it this afternoon. Let me just do a quick little check, as always. Okay. And today we're going to be talking about Alexis Ware. I had this request a couple of times from a couple of people, and I just haven't gotten around to it until now. I actually wanted to do this pre-recorded, but it was just timing, so I figured we'd just do a live. South Carolina woman missing. And I've covered a couple of stories like this where the missing person's vehicle is found and all their belongings are inside. It's pretty strange. I think what I wanted to first start off with is the family clip where they're talking and giving a bit of a timeline, and then we're going to get into some of the details. Alexis Ware is 29 years old, by the way, according to one of these articles that I'm looking at. What's up, Jess? Charisma, Ashley, Jess. Is that two? Oh, that's the same Jess. Oops. Shelly, Cheeky, Ashley, Veggie, Mac, BL. Bridget, Oaks. Let's get over here with this. Yeah, if you could help out with the like button and shares, would appreciate that. Yeah, I guess we'll start with this. Oh, her birthday's tomorrow? Oh, man. No, is it really? Because I thought, so is that the 30th birthday they were talking about? I'll double check with that. I'll check that. Thanks for that. Just giving it a second for people to join before I start the clip. Oh, Lord. I heard there's a lot of drama with this story. I mean, I glanced a bit on Facebook and I saw a lot of going back and forth and a constant thing of people posting saying there's like too much drama with this. But we're going to avoid the drama if I can. Just go over the details. What's up? Welcome. And there's a lot of dates coming up too for different trials. So be ready soon because we're going to be covering quite a few of them, I think. What's up? Welcome. All right, so I'll play this. There's an article I'm going to read after anyway for the people that come in after that goes over a lot of the details as well. So for the people that missed this. Oh, no, wait, hold on. I forgot I had to do a better audio version.
This is very important news conference. The family of Alexis Ware reached out to me when she went missing. And we immediately began to get involved because this case, along with other cases across the United States where Black women go missing, we didn't want it to be overlooked, overshadowed by other news media. So I thank you guys, first of all, for helping put this out there on your individual stations and platforms. We truly appreciate it. So I'm going to go down a brief timeline, and then after that, the mother of Alexis Ware is going to speak, and the other family members will speak. And then Bruce Wilson will end it with some information he received from SLED. So at approximately 3:30 p.m. on Sunday, January 30th, Alexis Ware and her mother, Alberta, spoke via FaceTime. Alexis stated she was resting. Her mother verified that the call came from Alexis' apartment and she was in fact in bed. Alexis met with her child's father later that evening at approximately 7:30 p.m. to drop off the kids. According to his statements, he got the kids out of the car, put gas in Alexis' car. They exited the parking lot at the same time, arrived at a red light where Alexis sped off in front of him. He tried to call her several times, but she didn't answer and eventually turned off her phone. Alexis was reported missing Tuesday, February 1st at approximately 9 a.m. Anderson County Sheriff's Department entered her info into the missing persons database at approximately 3:45 p.m. the same day. Family and friends contacted me and we began a media push, contacting all media and made phone calls to all departments, including the Sheriff's Department. At approximately 9 p.m., the family got a call that in Lexington County, the Sheriff's Department had deployed drones and helicopters. It was confirmed that Alexis was in fact missing and in her vehicle. However, her car was eventually located on a property in McCormick, South Carolina on February 3rd. The property owner stated the vehicle had been on the property since the evening of January 30th or the 31st. The property owner really didn't know which date, but she confirmed it was days before when she actually saw the vehicle. Family received messages that she may be at a location in McCormick.
So let me real quick just kind of stop here in case you're a little confused or whatever. So the last known sighting of Alexis Ware was at the 7-Eleven gas station off of Highway 29 in Anderson, South Carolina. And this was January 30th. And the father of her youngest child, from what I gathered and from what I've seen, so she has 2 kids and I think 2 different fathers from what I saw. And so the father of the youngest child said that he saw her last around 7:30 p.m. January 30th when they met at the 7-Eleven on Highway 29 in Anderson County. So let me just show you this real quick. I believe this is Highway 29, off of Highway 29, 7-Eleven. I believe this is the correct one. Could be wrong. Off of that highway. And so they meet at the 7-Eleven, and the children got into his vehicle. She was dropping off the kids. He thought they were headed to his mother's house in separate cars, but at a red light, Ware went around him and fled into the night. So some of the articles said that, like, she cut in front of him or something and just like sped off. And so there's a couple other things. On the day Ware disappeared, she told her mother that someone was outside of her apartment in Greenville in a black truck. She called law enforcement, and when she saw the sheriff's car leave, she ran down the stairs and into her Honda sedan. Where her vehicle was found was in a place called McCormick. I don't know the exact location in McCormick, and we're going to get more into this in a minute. I've read some articles say about 30 miles away. Some other articles said 60 miles away. So somewhere around there, her vehicle was found. Her belongings were inside. You know, she's nowhere to be seen.
Family members and friends have initiated several searches, but still no Alexis. Alexis's mother,
Ash, said she paid him over $20,000 in January to get him out and pay for the lawyer. Who? Ash, maybe you want to call in after I'm done presenting this. You can give us information, maybe bits and pieces. That'd be good. Oh, the baby father has been in jail twice for murder. No, Lord Almighty. Are you talking about the one that had the kid exchange, or are you talking about the older one? And if you're interested, I'm gonna present this, and then if you want to call in, that'd be great.
Florida has received numerous messages from a person claiming to know her whereabouts. This information has been given to the investigators, as well as all other information that we received concerning this case. Again, it's very important that we push this out there because right now, as the investigators stated, they don't really know a starting point. But we hope that we get a good ending out of this entire situation. We just want Alexis home. We ask that anybody that have any information that will lead to her whereabouts to bring her home. We're hoping that she's safe. We're hoping that she hasn't been injured. At this time, you know, we don't know what to do. We just want Alexis home.
Wow.
That's my baby. She's everything to me.
Alberta, could you tell us a little bit more about what Alexis means to you and to the family? It sounds like she's a light in everyone's life, and that everyone, you know, misses her terribly right now.
Yes, everybody is heartbroken at this time. You know, restless nights. You wake up and you're wondering, you know, is she still, you know, is she hungry? Is she dehydrated? You know, how is she, what is going on with it? But when I wake up That's all that's on my mind. When I lay down, I hate to even go to sleep thinking that I'm sleeping peaceful and she's somewhere out there. I don't know what to do. She means the world to the entire family. Alexis is the light of the party. She's a smile. Oh God. So as you can see from the timeline we created, Alexis has very distinctive features. She has piercings in the dimples in both cheeks. And she also has a very distinctive tattoo on her hand. I'm not sure if it's a flower or whether.
I'm gonna because it's blurry right here. I downloaded the images, so after I show this video, I'm gonna show you the images up close. Also, I see quite a few people talking in the chat, which we're gonna have Ash call, and there's somebody else. I'd love to hear what's going on for sure.
Yes, but she has numerous tattoos on her body as well. But the tattoo on her hand definitely stands out, and the piercings in her cheek.
And Miss Alberta, is this something that you ever really expected from Alexis? Is this something that just came as a shock to you?
Very shocking, because this is one of the things that we always talked about. And I'm just like, Lex, how did you let your guard down? What happened? As stated earlier, the family has received numerous messages from someone claiming to know her whereabouts. This information, along with the phone numbers attached, has been turned over to the investigators. However, this is an example of one of the many messages that Alexis' mother has received, basically threatening to harm her and everything. And we don't know if it's a hoax or if it's serious. However, all of this is being taken very serious.
How long have these messages been coming in?
They just started out the blue on Sunday.
So these are one of the messages. I just snapshotted it. It says, "I want my daughter back." I mean, obviously there's a lot of context to this missing, but the reply says, "I can give you my word that as long as you do what's asked, she will be returned. However, if you do not or do anything to not keep your end of our arrangement, she will not be brought home without my help."
Trying to figure out if it was a hoax, if it was true. I asked to speak to her. Can you send me a picture of her? They never put her on the phone, even though they said they would. They never sent a picture, even though they said they would. And this is why we felt it necessary to call this news conference. You know, as I stated, her mom has received numerous text messages and phone calls from this person, from this number. Like I said, the information has been turned over to the investigators because, again, whether it's fact or fictional, they're going to track down who's sending these messages because they're taking this case very seriously and they're handling it very seriously.
So, brother, what you said y'all had discussed things like this before. Why have that discussion?
The thing is, we when I said that, I'm talking about the fact that, you know, we look at these types of shows on ID First 48, and this is something that she tried to even talk to her about, telling her, explaining to her that you need to watch this because this happens. It can happen to you. They don't care about, you know, you as a child. It can just happen to anybody. So I'm just like baffled. How could she, you know, somehow let her guard down and this the very thing that we actually worry about, it actually happened to us.
Ma'am, I know you drove from Johnston today, and that your first stop was in Anderson, if I'm not mistaken. Did you get a chance to talk with investigators? Did they tell you anything new? Did they have any update for you?
I didn't get to speak to him because they said he was out of town. The investigator was out of town.
Okay.
She has something she would like to say as well.
Sure, yeah, if you would.
This is Lisa.
Yeah, if you.
Remember, this is my cousin. Alexis Ware is my cousin. And just to reiterate on what she said, she means absolutely the world to us. And the family's numb. We just need her to come home. regardless of what's going on. We just need her to come home. And if anybody has her, please just send her home. Send her home. She has a family that loves her dearly and misses her dearly. Her children need her. Her children need her. Y'all know anything, just please let us know. And we just want her to come home.
How are her kids holding up right now?
As best as they can. Scared, nightmares, screaming out for her.
You've got a big family behind you showing support. You know, does that really speak to how much Alexis means to you guys? How much of a toll has this taken?
A huge toll. A huge toll. We can't sleep. We can't eat. We can't do anything but think about her. This beautiful young lady right here. She needs to come.
Ash. Okay. All right.
We need her.
Make sure I get this.
If she was able to see what y'all are doing right now, what might you say to her? What would your message be directly to her if you had the opportunity to speak?
Lex, baby, it don't matter what it is. It don't matter. Just if you see this and you're okay, just call us and let us know. Just anything, baby. We just want you to come home. We need you to come home.
And again, Alexis's photo is featured on numerous organizations, Freedom Fighters Upstate, Black and Missing, the Aware campaign, the Aware Foundation. It's also on NCIS website as well. Local and national press is running her story. A lot of blogs and all this stuff. In spite of all that, though, you know, we just really hope that she hears the pleas of her family and that, you know, she comes home safe. That's all we want. That's all we can pray for.
I don't really have much else. If there's anything else y'all wanted to add, I just kind of wanted to open up the floor to you. Let you say anything else you wanted to say.
I just want my grandchild. We just need her.
We appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you. We appreciate everyone listening. And we touched your heart. If y'all know anything, send us there. Send her home.
Thank you, ma'am. Lisa, could you give us your last name and spell it for us?
It's Gray, Gray.
Thank you.
So January 30th was the 7-Eleven sighting where the baby father of the youngest child, TJ Patterson, meets her. According to reports, she gives him the 2 kids, but other people are saying it was 1 kid. And then on February 3rd, in a rural area of McCormick, South Carolina, this property owner stated that the vehicle had been on the property since 1:31. Alexis was not seen inside the vehicle. The other note of this says that all of her belongings were left in the vehicle: her cell phone, her daughter's cell phone, her purse, her identification. There was also a bag of clothes found in the trunk. And this is supposedly one of the messages that I guess is a ransom. Received several messages from an untraceable number, and I can give my word that as long as you do what's asked, she will be returned. However, if you do not or do anything to not keep your end of our arrangement, she will not be brought home without my help. I want to kind of start with this article that I thought had some interesting information and a little bit of the timeline. On the day Alexis disappeared, she told her mother someone was outside her apartment in Greenville in a black truck. She called law enforcement, and when she saw the sheriff's car leave, she ran down the stairs and ran into her red Honda sedan. She dropped her children off with TJ Patterson, her youngest child's father. Verizon records show the next bit of information from her was from her phone pinged 30 miles away in Anderson at 8:15 p.m. Highway cameras picked up her car that same night in Augusta, Georgia. And then when it came back into South Carolina, the next Wednesday, February 2nd, her red Honda, the one she meticulously cared for, was found covered in mud on a rural road in McCormick County, 70 miles away. I get around 70. That's what I'm saying. Some other articles say 30. Where Patterson last saw her. But Patterson Wouldn't have been McCormick though. Would have been here. It says it was an area known as Good Deer hunting grounds. Gray said the property owner saw information about a missing red Honda, the same one he had seen Monday, and called authorities. Gray said her daughter's cell phone and purse were inside their car. Gray said investigators have told her they were able to get fingerprints from the car, but they have not told her where. Oh my God! But they now have told her whether the print belonged to Ware or someone else. Captain Steve Reeves of Anderson County Sheriff's Office declined to say much about the evidence other than they're considering the car part of a crime scene until they can rule out that a crime has been committed. And so he said a search of last week was 222 acres near where Ware's car was found, turned up nothing. The car was taken to Anderson County and processed, and the lead investigator has phone records to pursue. I believe the answer is in her phone. In the days since her disappearance, Ware had reportedly been seen in Greenville and Lexington counties. Calls have come from outside South Carolina, Reeves said. Each one had been investigated. In a strange twist, Grace said that she was receiving anonymous texts and Facebook messages from someone claiming to be holding Ware and asking her for $200 for her release. At one point, the texter told Gray she should just plan her daughter's funeral. Heartless, Gray said. Just somebody trying to extort us for money. Gray is the mother, Alberta Gray. For her part, Gray, who was recovering from stomach surgery in January, said she doesn't want to think the worst, but deep inside she fears her daughter's no longer alive. I wonder if she's eating, is she drinking, is she cold? And yeah, that's for that. There was this other video that I saw as well, and this is her, according to the articles, this is her younger half brother, Travis Ware. And he actually spoke a little bit, I think, on Fox Soul.
Last, Travis, I cannot imagine what you're going through or the stress that you've had these last few weeks.
Yeah, $200 is weird, right? It doesn't make too much sense.
How are you doing, and how is Miss Gray, Alexis's mother?
We're doing. That's the best I can say. We're doing. It's been hard. You see this on TV, and you never think that this will be your family. You don't think this will be somebody you're connected to. So it's been very tough. My mom is doing the best she can. Our father is doing the best he can. Our siblings are doing the best that we can, and her children are definitely doing the best that they can.
It's so sad that this has just been going on for so long. I'm sure you've been racking your brain for some time now. Now, you're from Greenville County, right? So is Alexis. And they found her car in McCormick County, that's near the Georgia border. Law enforcement said that they did a drone search and that they went over hundreds of miles and found nothing. But what are they telling you right now?
You know, this is still an open investigation. So they're being very, very careful on what they tell us and how they tell us things. We'll continue praying. That's all we can do at this moment. They honestly just don't know where to start. It's almost like she vanished and no one can find her exactly where she is. They're trying to figure out where to start, and that's what we're waiting on this moment.
We are certainly praying with you. Your family held a press conference Tuesday, and Miss Grace said that out of the blue, an unknown phone number began sending messages claiming to have knowledge of Alexis's whereabouts. Now, what do you think this is? Could this be extortion, a possible kidnapping at the worst, or is this more along the lines of maybe a prank? What do you think?
I honestly think someone is just pranking her phone at this moment. This has caused
a lot of the times trolls come out with these situations, or people looking to take advantage, or people chasing clout.
A lot of attention on social media, whether that's positive or negative. And I think people are honestly just playing on her phone at this time. It's unfortunate that people are taking this as a joke, that people are taking this as, oh, this is a reality show or something of that nature. This is our real life.
Yeah.
This is my sister, Miss Alberta, she's missing her daughter. Her kids are missing their mother. Our father is missing his daughter. It's a lot that we're going through right now, and it's not a time to play. It's really a time to come together as a village so we can really find out exactly where my sister is. All we want is her to be back here alive and safe. unharmed.
Yeah, we're hoping that we can raise awareness for this. Tell me more about your sister. We've been seeing some images of her with her 2 children. I saw a Steelers jersey, so I know she has good taste in football. Tell me about her. Who was she to you? Who is she to you? I'm sorry. What does she mean?
My that's my big sister. I always joke, we're only a few months apart from each other. We're both the same age. She'll be 30 next month, just in a couple weeks, and I'll be 30 later this year. She's always been big sister Lex to me. We have the same father, and we grew up together. And she loved hair, she loves makeup. Everyone knows she loves fashion. She loves everything about making everyone happy. So this is really out of her norm to just vanish to this thing.
Just into thin air. How are the kids doing? We saw the 2 little children. What are their names?
Naomi and Travell.
Okay. They're beautiful children. Travis, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk with us, and we hope that this helps to spread the word about your sister, that if anyone sees anything, that they'll reach out, and we pray that she makes it home to you safely and very soon. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Now, if you know anything, or if you want to reach out because you have spotted something, you can do so by reaching out to the Anderson County Detective.
So I wanted to go down. I thought this was a really good article from NBC that had quite a bit of information. So Alexis is a hairstylist who loves fashion and doing makeup. Alexis has a great personality, Alberta said, her mother. She had several appointments set up to do photo shoots. She wants to do Instagram modeling. She was going to build her platform with that. But before she could make it to those, her appointments, Alexis disappeared. Alberta told Dateline that during the last weekend of January, Alexis had been hanging out with the family all weekend long. So the 30th of January, let me see, that's Sunday. Yeah, the 29th is Saturday, the 30th is Sunday. And so the mother's saying that they hung out all weekend. It wasn't the Alexis we're used to, Alberta said. I knew that something was going on with her. Something was freaking her out. During the weekend, Alberta said that her daughter was crying about her upcoming 30th birthday. She said stuff like she didn't feel like she was going to make it to see her birthday. Alberta thought that this was way out of character because Alexis has always gone all out for her birthday. That's big for her, where, months in advance, she's got to have her birthday outfit together. She got to have her shoes together and her hairstyle ready, basically. But this year, Alberta, she hadn't done any of that. Alberta told Dateline that late that Sunday night, January 29th, Alexis talked about being followed. She sat here and she cried. She wasn't telling me exactly what was going on, Alberta said. It's like she knew something was going on. She felt like something was going to happen. The next day, she vanished. She left around noon that Sunday, and then I called her back to check on her around 3. Alberta told Dateline I saw that she was laying in her bed because I did a video chat. She answered right away, and when she was lying on her bed taking a nap. A few hours later, Alberta got a call from the father of Alexis's youngest child, so that's TJ Patterson, I guess, at around 7:30 p.m. Alberta knew right away that something was wrong. He asked if I had spoke with her, and he was explaining that he had met her at the gas station and she gave him the children. But Alberta said it was because of the way they parted ways that caused him to have some concern. Alberta told Dateline that after getting gas, Alexis planned on following him to his mother's home before heading back to Alberta's house. Instead, after giving him the kids, Alberta said she actually shot around him with a high rate of speed and made a quick right at the red light and took off from there. It's kind of bizarre. Or really bizarre. Alberta said that the father of Alexis' youngest child told her that he tried calling her but couldn't get a hold of her. So after a few tries, he called Alberta. Alberta tried calling Alexis herself, but the call went straight to voicemail. And so this is the part that we know. The last known sighting of Alexis was at the 7-Eleven, Highway 29 in Anderson, South Carolina on January 30th. The family grew more concerned on Monday, January 31st, when Alexis still hadn't gotten in touch. And then on Tuesday, February 1st, 2022, Alberta's sister filed a police report that Alexis was missing. When asked if there was any security footage from the gas station, Alberta told Dateline they actually showed us the footage of the meeting in the 7-Eleven parking lot. Nothing seemed out of normal, nothing suspicious or anything until, of course, she reportedly sped off. Alexis's stepfather, Frank, told Dateline that the father of Alexis's youngest child proceeded home from the gas station and went to work the following day. His alibi and everything checked out with detectives, according to Frank. We made all types of efforts to find out where she may have gone or whatever, and all of our leads have come up empty-handed. Then, a few days later, Alexis's red Honda Accord was found in McCormick, South Carolina, around 30 miles away, 30 or 60, wherever you read it. All of her belongings were left in the vehicle: her cell phone, her daughter's cell phone, her purse, her identification. There was also a bag with clothes found in the trunk. Alexis's mother and stepfather think it's odd that Alexis would be in the McCormick area when she lives in Greenville, South Carolina. Alberta began to say that Frank finished her sentence which is opposite of Anderson, 30 minutes opposite of Anderson. Okay. They said Alexis did not have friends or family in McCormick and had no ties to that area that they knew. So in this part here, we read too that they did this massive search after the car was found. Almost 10 other agencies, 222 acres of land that was searched where the vehicle was found. They didn't find Alexis. They had 35 law enforcement personnel, K-9 teams, helicopter. I believe that's where they mentioned the drones as well. And they didn't come up with anything. It says here too that detectives checked coroners' offices and hospitals for any unidentified patients, in addition to checking with TSA for flights that Alexis may have taken. The Anderson County Sheriff's Office has also partnered with McCormick County Sheriff's Office, SLED, and other agencies to search for the surrounding areas and counties. Nothing. Alberta, the mother, told Dateline that authorities told the family Alexis's car had done quite a bit of traveling before being found in McCormick. They did give us information that it was seen at an apartment complex in Anderson, South Carolina, where the outgoing camera actually caught that. They still said they don't know if she was driving the vehicle, but her vehicle was there. Alexis's car also apparently traveled to Augusta, Georgia during that time, according to Alexis's stepfather. Augusta, Georgia back to McCormick is 30 miles. So that vehicle traveled at least an hour from Anderson to travel to Georgia, and it ended up in a hunting field in McCormick, like going back and forth. And all that is rural area. When I say rural areas, it's like it's basically recreational hunting. Let's see. We saw the brother. Kind of browsing here. Okay, this was an interesting read too. So Cody here, that belongs with the news. He says here that he's quoting the McCormick County Sheriff's Office. It says Alexis disappeared 29 days ago on January 30th, 2022. Her boyfriend, who's the last known person to see Alexis, so I guess they were still together, I don't know, told Fox Carolina News she went around his vehicle on Highway 29 after leaving the 7-Eleven on 130th, and that would be the last time, to our knowledge, anyone has seen Alexis or heard from the mother of two. McCormick County Sheriff Clark Stearns released another statement on Monday after an email was sent out, which I was CC'd, regarding the investigation. As I reported, and as Anderson County Sheriff's Office SC Sheriff Chad had been very clear, this investigation involves multiple agencies, is in an active missing persons case. Sheriff Stearns reiterated that his agency has done and continues to do in an effort to bring Alexis home. Just to be clear, the only tie to McCormick County at this time is where the vehicle was recovered. Since then, we have conducted 220-acre search where her vehicle was located, multiple jurisdictions, 35 law enforcement personnel, canines. Okay, and the results of this search produced no evidence that she was in our or near our area. Which that part kind of made me think that, like, I don't know, maybe somebody else was driving her vehicle. We continue to monitor social media hubs and gleaned a few additional search areas to track down, including Hickory Knob State Park and multiple boat ramps. When we get a sniff of a possible location, we search it to include possibility provided by psychics. What? We search it to include possibility provided by psychics. Oh, Lord. Let me see. I think that was kind of it. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Super weird, bizarre. I want to see if that person will call in. As if what's her name? If Ash is still out there. Let's see. Do the calling. This person claimed to be a friend of Alexis for I forgot how many years. So let's see if she'll call in and we'll see what it is. Mute myself for a second.
Callers from the call-in studio web interface.
All right, so Ash, you can call in at 954-787-3009. I feel like I butchered up the reading there. My bad, guys. Sorry about that. So yeah, 954-787-3009. Just dial in regular phone number. Let me put the number in there for you. Call in. Blah, blah, blah. Just put it right there. What are you guys thinking, man? Okay, let's see. 864, how you doing? Where you calling from? Is this Ash?
It is. This is Ash.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for calling.
I'm good. How are you? No problem. Yeah, I kind of stopped commenting in the text. I didn't want to take away from your presentation. But yes, I do know Alexis. I also know her baby's father, actually both of them. And so a lot of what the article said, it is true, sort of. But TJ, which is the second baby father, he has been in jail twice for murder. She just recently paid the $20,000 in cash to actually get him out and pay for his lawyer. He did go to jail. One of those murders was for he killed an ex of his.
He killed an ex of his?
Yeah, he did. He did. but I guess I can't say because he hasn't been convicted of it.
Oh, is it? So
but he
yeah,
is
like,
going to court
oh,
for
he's
it.
going to court.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right. He was
How long
stating
have you
that
known
it
Alexis?
was self-defense. I've known her for over 15 years. And her first daughter, well, not her first daughter, I'm sorry, her first child, my best friend is actually the father, her daughter's father is his sister. So I've been around them for quite a while. And Alexis definitely is, a very sweet person. And I know that people say or claim that there are a lot of dark things around, and that is also true. Those things were some things that she practiced, but
What
she
do
was
they?
also
Yeah, what
going
do they
through a
mean
lot
by
of
that?
mental.
Mental stuff. What do they mean? But people talking about all this dark stuff in the like in the chat. What are they talking about?
Like black magic sort of stuff is what she was into.
Wow.
And so I saw a bunch of people that were commenting that. And so, yes, she was into that. But that I don't think that has anything to do with her disappearance. But yes, that is true. She did practice that.
Wow.
But she was also going through a lot of mental stress as well at the time. And so a lot of people thought at first that, she just wanted to get away. And I know in the article it was stating they did meet at the gas station. She did leave both kids with him, but she has done that often. They used to live together up until maybe 4 months ago, if even that long. They were still communicating with each other. Yes, he did beat her up several times. There's also photos of her bleeding from the head. Some people were trying to say that photo came from the kidnappers, but no, he had actually beat her up. The photo that is floating around with the blood draining from her head was from when he beat her up. The photo that is also floating around of her in the bathroom mirror, her hand is like covering up one side of her face. That is an older picture from about 3.5 years ago, but they were in a fight then as well. And he is in a gang, true indeed, very much so, but both of her baby fathers are. She was having a lot of issues out of both of her baby fathers, not just TJ. The first baby father, my best friend's brother, he actually was like, doing a lot of scamming sort of things, like gathering up money, saying he was going to pay for an investigation. And also where they found her vehicle, it is actually on private property. When the police went out to actually want to look at his property, he stopped them. And so he has like over 22 acres that he has. And so the family and everybody, they were going to go down there just to be able to look because her car was found on his land. It also was found with mud and everything on there. When they went down to actually start to look, the owner of the property stopped them and told them that they would have to have a warrant before he would allow them to come onto the property. And so that did not happen for whatever reason. It is a smaller city. There has been a lot of racism in that area. Not too long ago, they had someone hanging from a tree, a black male that was hanging from a tree there. Another time, they had some white boys that actually drug another black guy behind his truck. And there have been kidnappings in that same area. So a lot of people are kind of questioning why they can't get on there to kind of look at the land. But the police were not able to get a search warrant for whatever reason. One of the activists that was really pushing, trying to get that warrant, he actually went down to Anderson Sheriff's Department. He had it actually on live. But of course, they wouldn't talk to him with him being on live and everything like that. But they still to this day have not been able to get on that property to look around. And so, we are just kind of praying for her. Everyone is trying to share things. There is, a lot of drama, but I think that happens in a lot of situations. So yes, there is other drama going on social media, but that is also how a lot of things get thrown into the mix. But no, she was not into prostitution, none of that. Alexis used to be extremely overweight. She went on a very strict, like water-based only diet for about 3 or 4 months, and she actually almost killed herself doing that diet, which is what allowed her body to get shaped down to the way that she is. Nothing on her body is fake. I don't know why people make that an issue. And then how she looks, they make that an issue. She did hair. She's like really, really talented. She does hair. She does nails. She does decorating. She does travel a lot. And it is true. Yes, they did see her car cross over to the Georgia border and come back. They have not said if it was her that was driving the car or not at this point. So that is all true. And so I don't know what else. I don't know if you have any questions or not. I've never done this before.
Oh, it's okay. No worries. Are you on her friend list on Facebook?
No, I am not on her friend list on Facebook. But I could definitely send you my Facebook. She actually kind of got a little frustrated with me when I was trying to defend her first baby father. So
you were trying to take this?
Yeah.
The what? Oh.
I was trying to this was before this all happened, like 6 months ago. I was trying to defend my friend's brother on a situation with their daughter. So
So you live out there also?
Yeah.
And you've known her
I do.
for all this time. Okay.
Yeah.
What part of the articles, is there any parts that you think were off? Because you're saying some of it was a little off.
I would just kind of say that as far as them making it as if that they were doing a lot of investigations and things like that, that is not true. All of the stuff that has happened as far as the investigating is concerned is where the community has actually reached out to different places. And I will be honest, as far as with the local news here, the family was involving the newscasters in a lot of drama with the family. And so they have decided, I guess, to take their hands off of it and just let the police handle it. And then, of course, we're not happy with what the police have done. So
that property.
And I would just say that was really it.
Okay. That property, do you know if it had cameras, that private property?
I don't know if it did or not, but I would assume that it had to, because where her car was found, it was like behind the woods, so we couldn't see it from the road. And so unless you would go to that area of his property, I would assume that it has cameras. I don't know if they have pulled the camera footage. I don't know anything about that part of it. I just know when they went to search the land, he stopped them and said that they couldn't do it. And also, a lot of people kind of said, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm just looking at the chat to see what they're asking too, to see if I can ask you. But go ahead.
I know we had one. It was one story, and I think maybe you even covered it a few years ago, where there was a gentleman that owned a lot of land as well here in South Carolina, and he had like a girl hidden in a shipping container on his property. And that was here in South Carolina too. So a lot of people are like concerned about why he would not allow them to, search the property or whatever. Because how would he have known that her car was there? Because nobody saw it, because they had actually searched that area, like the day before or something like that. And then the only reason that they knew that her vehicle was there was because of him letting them know that the vehicle was there. Other than that, they had already been searching for the vehicle for days, 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
And it was really weird because they also had the helicopters out looking as well. And so where her car was found, it was like hidden almost, because they didn't even see it from the sky.
Oh, they couldn't see it? Oh, okay. Or barely could see it?
No, they couldn't see it.
So her and this baby father, the younger one, TJ Patterson, they were together up until 4 months ago, you said, and then they moved out. They said,
yeah.
Okay. And she was living with her mother, I guess, right, Alexis?
No. She wasn't living with her mom. She was living by herself.
Oh, okay.
In her apartment. She actually kicked TJ out of the apartment.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, that they shared together. So TJ lives with his mother, which was kind of weird when they said that they met at the gas station or whatever. It was kind of weird because it was like, why would she not go all the way to his mom's house? Because that's where he lives, because he is on house arrest. I don't know if they had that in there or not, but he is on house arrest. Yeah, so he has the thing on his ankle for them to be able to track him. And so supposedly they have done that, tracked his movements and everything. But so, yes, he is actively on house arrest right now with an ankle monitor.
And the kids, I guess his kid is with him, and then the other child, I don't know, do you know who took the other child?
Yes, now the other. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say her name, but her little girl is with her mom,
Oh,
and
okay.
my friend's brother. So they kind of split it up in taking care of her. But yes, his TJ's son is with him and his mother.
Okay. Holy Cat said, "Is the car still on the land?" No, they took it. Police came and took it as
Yeah,
evidence.
they took it.
Mm. Okay,
And
so
so I
she
don't
left
know.
alone.
I saw some people comment about the photos that were kind of floating around, so that was kind of why I hit on that. Um, but they are some pretty bad photos. I can send those to you if you would like me to, Mel,
Yeah,
offline,
privately.
so that way, yeah, I'll definitely send them to you privately because they're bad.
Graphic. Okay.
Yeah, they're very graphic. Yeah,
So these text messages that
but
the mother's getting, do you think these are people just trolling, or do you think that this is actually from somebody that legitimately has her against her will?
I I think that is trolling. In all honesty, because she she dated guys that were into street stuff. That was all she really ever dealt with. In fact, the guy that she was with, which a lot of people have actually been kind of looking at him, the gentleman before TJ that she was with, he has some very suspect things. He owns some car repair lots. He took their breakup very, very hard. Has tried to fight TJ numerous times. Even tried to blow her car up that he had bought her once he figured out where they were at. And so it is a lot of other things that have gone on too. Yeah, yeah, a lot of things. And her mom, she did try to warn her of these things and always try to stay on her, P's and Q's. But sometimes you just can't. And I will admit, a lot of us thought that she did leave on her own. We truly did think that because of what she was going through. But now this far away from her children, not being in any contact whatsoever with her children is not her, because she's a great mom. I mean, she's a really, really good mom. And so, if she needed a break, okay, maybe a couple of days. But this far and no one's heard from her, no. Mm-mm. But her ex is now, TJ, he's actually moving around the city as if he's spoken to her. He's not really posting that many things about her anymore. Doesn't really look concerned for her anymore. He's out partying, clubbing, everything like that.
Somebody
Now,
said,
so
"Oh, he's out partying too." Somebody said, "Send Mel the video of her talking to the neighbor." Do you know what they're talking about?
yeah, it was. I guess the neighbor must have had their Ring camera on or something like that.
Mm.
Is what I'm assuming. And so she was talking to her neighbor about her mental state and what she was
Oh,
going through, and yeah.
oh, where's that
And so
video?
I can share that video to you
Yeah.
as well. I think. Let's see. But she has definitely been going through, a lot. I will say that.
Okay.
And I don't. Let's see here.
No subpoena documents are retrieved. Fine. Yeah, there's a lot of like rumors going around online. Some people, I
Yeah.
guess, some people were saying that they thought maybe she was going to testify against Patterson, but
Right.
they weren't able to confirm that.
No, that's actually not true. She was not going to testify. They were trying to get her to testify, but she wouldn't. Now, unless the police may have known something, but as far as most recently what we are aware of, she had decided not to. And they were, and I know, of course, men that are in that sort of position can say and do anything, but they were actually on really good terms, in all honesty, before this happened.
Okay. I see somebody here posted said there are many missing women and children right now, but this case, like a few others, has arrested me and keeps me wanting to know more. The case appears to have undertones of black magic, speculation of domestic violence, sexual innuendos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that, is true. That again, she did practice that. That is something that she did practice and she did believe in. It is a lot of, like I said, dark stuff in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And so, again, we didn't know for sure if, like, I see some people, that were saying about the witness protection and things like that. I genuinely do not believe that she was going to. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. And there is another video where you can see, it's another Ring camera where they were like fighting outside. And so in the video, you can like see Alexis like running by, but that video is not recent at all.
So it's an old video of them fighting. Where can you find it? Where's this stuff at?
It is on YouTube. Okay. And so I can send you, if you want me to, I can message it to you, but I don't want to say the platform that it's on, but I can send it to you.
Okay. And the 7-Eleven is the one where is there a Dollar General right there too? Is that correct place?
Yes, you did. You showed the correct place where it was. And so even that was kind of weird because they have cameras, like all around it. So it was just kind of weird that he would say they came up to a stoplight and then she sped around him.
Right.
And then he didn't follow her. He didn't, you know what I mean? Like none of that. And he just said he figured she had somewhere to go, but didn't mention she had anywhere to go when they had just met with each other. So that didn't make sense. In all honesty, if y'all were going to your mom's house, then you figured she had somewhere to go, and then she didn't answer the phone, but you didn't follow her either because you didn't know where she was going at that point when she sped around you. So, yeah. And no, do you want me to send it to you to your Facebook, or where do you want me to forward it to you?
I guess Facebook, if you can. That would, the DM would be good. Yeah.
Okay. And she is, she's a very beautiful girl. She did a lot of grown and sexy sort of, I guess you could say, modeling, as well as she did a lot of like club appearances and stuff like that. And so, but she was not into like setting people up, none of that. She didn't even have a reputation for that type of stuff at all. So I don't really know why people would necessarily say that about her. In all the time that I've known her, I've never known her to do anything at all like that. And then also with the guys that she was dating, it just wouldn't be that way. I'll just say she did like a certain type of guy.
Okay.
And yes, there are cameras at the gas station. I saw someone ask that. Yes, there are cameras at the gas station. And she was supposed to follow him to his mother's house, not his aunt's house.
Right, his mother's house. Yeah.
I just saw someone. That asked that or said that. And yes, the two people that they were talking about in the comments, yes, she is best friends with one of those girls.
What girl?
The Alizé,
the
Alizé young lady. She's best friends with her. They actually used to do a lot of club appearances together.
Oh.
I see another person that was asking, what do I think may have happened? In my opinion, honestly, I think that she was kidnapped, just to be honest. I don't believe that story about her speeding around him at the light. I don't believe that. Honestly, I don't. I think that something else had to, or either she met up with someone after that. I truly believe that maybe she was kidnapped.
That's weird. Super weird.
Yeah.
7-Eleven, we're on the 29. Weird. We're on the 29. It was right off the, let's see if I can pull it back.
I don't know who she was casting spells on.
Off Highway 29, I guess this is called Eastleigh Highway. Next to it, like intercrossing. Easley.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 29 and Eastleigh. This is the only 7 I saw that was like in that area. And then McCormick, I don't know the exact location of the address, but just the general area, McCormick. Do you know how long of a drive that is? Is it an hour and a half, or is it probably less?
It's right at an hour's drive, and it is a very rural area.
Okay. There's a lot going on. So, yeah, I don't know if she maybe met somebody or somebody she had issues with, or one of, I don't know. So the baby, okay, so TJ, he's TJ Patterson, the youngest child's father. She had recently bailed him out $20,000.
Yeah, $20,000.
Was it bail or was it like for lawyer? It was $20,000 cash. Okay. And it was with this murder thing that he has to go to trial for. Wow.
Yes. Yep. And so he was saying that, this murder, and then the first murder had took place in one of, like, I guess you can call them a trap house, where someone was coming to rob the trap house. And so he then shot the person that came in to rob. So that was how he got off on that first one.
Okay.
And so with the second one, he's saying, again, it was self-defense against his ex with this current case.
Wow. I'm going to have to check that out for sure. And then the boyfriend we're talking about is the same guy or somebody else? The 4 months ago, they just broke up?
That's TJ. Yep.
That's TJ. Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Wow.
And her children did witness her speed off. They actually had her daughter to be interviewed.
Oh,
and so the daughter actually, they had her daughter interviewed. And she did say that her mom sped past.
TJ over here. TJ joined the chat. He said, I don't appreciate nobody using my name on something I didn't do. Awkward. But he said he didn't do it. I guess he's gonna have to go to. He's gonna have to go to. I guess he has to go to trial and see. I guess. I bailed somebody out that I'm not with. But I didn't pay no 20 racks or whatever they call it. Paid like 500, but.
Maybe he wants to call in.
Maybe TJ wants to talk. Yeah. I don't know, TJ, if you want to call in and maybe explain. I'm open to, as far as whatever you're comfortable saying. We should take everybody's side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get maybe TJ to call in if he's cool with that. The number is, I'll let you know if he calls in. The number is 954-787-3009. And let me just see if I see anything else. I mean, I saw people talking about him and I think the other person on Facebook. There's like a lot of stuff going on, a lot of going back and forth.
Oh yeah, that's the young lady that's commenting right now. That was where the videos were.
Who? Oh, Ratchet TV Hoods journalist.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know if she'd be, I don't want to play her video. She'd be all right with playing that, but. Well, that's true. Somebody said, how do we even know it's TJ? I don't know. The internet, bro. We don't know. Ratchet TV house. I don't want to play people's video if they're not cool with it, but. And there's been people covering this story. That's good. And there's some psychic readings too. So far, no call, guys. I don't know if TJ will call in.
I think that he definitely should to give his side.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I'd love to hear what he has to say. Yeah. Yo, watch me do I say a true thug gang member ain't sitting around watching this. Sorry, man.
No, that's definitely his picture.
Oh, that is his picture? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he just popped in just to say that. Let's see. Does she have any videos on her? All right. Well, let me see. I guess I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes. I want to see if he calls. It's a troll. That would have been interesting if that was actually him.
Very interesting.
Interesting. The chat's like being flooded too. All right. I guess I don't know if I can think of any other questions. I guess that's it. Anybody else in the chat have anything else? If not, then we'll just move on. I guess.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely send you everything on Facebook that we have.
I can follow. Yeah, I can follow back up with this. It'll be interesting.
Okay. Well, thanks, Mel. I appreciate you covering her story.
All right. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. That's it. Let me get the super chats. Somebody said, y'all got the story wrong. I guess you're going to have to reach out to all the newspapers then and the articles. Thank you, Charisma, for the super chat. Prayers for Alexis and her family. Nidia, thank you for all your hard work. Love your channel. Thank you. Gracias. Full screen with chat. Leave the line open for a couple more minutes, and if not, we'll call it. Walking into a minefield with this one. Let's see. I guess that's it. Guess we'll call it. You gonna call and speak your mind? Are you for real or not? Hey, I had no idea it was such a hot mess. I'm just stepping in now today. I was like, let me just cover it because I had a couple people reach out to me. But I see all the Facebook people have come out. Cody, no, there's not. I haven't seen anything on Cody. They put up. There's banners. I think there was something about. I think that was it. It was like some banners. New billboards put up. Guess I'll take a toke. All right, I guess we'll call it then. I left the line open for the people that were saying that it's wrong or something like that. I gave the opportunity to call in. So let me close this out. Tried. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. I got this, case covered. Persons like promoting themselves. Did I miss it all? You did. You're more confused now. The basic timeline of it, from what I can see, is January 29th. Alexis says she was being followed. On the 30th, she goes missing, supposedly last seen at the 7-Eleven gas station. And then February 1st, her Alberta sister reports Alexis missing. And February 3rd is when this whole vehicle situation happened, but supposedly the vehicle was on the property for a couple of days. That's like the basics of it. But okay, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit the like button. I appreciate it. I'm going to clip that call that I took and I'm going to post it to probably YouTube and Facebook after. And subscribe. Appreciate it. Take care. Peace. Peace. Adios. And thank you to the mods. That's interesting. Look at the trolls. Oh. Are these trolls? Frederick Killer. I think it's all a huge show to get a ransom. But they so far it's $200. What is people going to do with $200? I think somebody else was driving her vehicle too. Okay. All right. I'm out. Peace. Adios. I'm TJ boyfriend. Somebody say I'm TJ boyfriend. He is innocent.